Well, this wasn't how today's supposed to go. Morning guys, and this is not as planned at all. So we're having a kind of a different morning here. We were gonna go into the junkyard and we were gonna get a motor to rebuild for the EVO project, which is either gonna be released in this video or this will be afterwards. I'm not sure which one yet. That's the hard thing about trying to hold videos back from you guys, not knowing which one they're gonna go in, but we're just kind of trying to wait it out right now, see if this rain will slow down and go away, because it wasn't raining on the way here and it looks a little bit lighter over to the right side there. So hopefully this goes away, guys, because it's about a 30-40 minute drive from the house, and really wanted to pull this out today so we can start getting some content going on this car. But I'll update you guys. Seems like it's slowing down right now, so as soon as we get in, we'll start recording some more.
1 hour later.
Not looking good, guys. Says it should pass by in the next 15 minutes or so, so we'll give it a little bit more time and hopefully we can get in there and pull that motor. Well, it finally cleared up on rain, so we're gonna head out, actually start looking to see which one we're gonna pull out today. Trying to decide if we want to take the camera in or not, because I'm sure it's gonna be raining, so hopefully it doesn't. We'll see.
Reader, that's a 4G.
G64. Ha! I found one. We almost didn't find one, guys. This thing been hit. We found one. Only one out here. Car hasn't been hit, so I think what I'm going to start off with is pulling the oil pan to see if there's any bearing material in it, to see if it's even worth our time. And then if it doesn't have bearing material, then we'll go ahead and we'll get this thing pulled out. So right now I'm going to go find something to lay on. So we're going to go pull the trunk mat out of the car, that way I can lay on something, and we're going to try to get this thing apart. Alright guys, so we got the oil pan off. Now what we're doing, we're checking to see if there's any metal in it. And if there's metal in it, then it's not worth our time to pull this motor. But I'm not seeing any metal in it, so I'm gonna go with, this is a good motor, guys. So we can get this thing pulled out now. Yeah, it's probably gonna take a little bit. It started to rain, so I got my hood on. But I'm gonna throw this back on so I don't get heat on. his butt. All 4 wheels turn, so they're not fun. And they're about heavy as you can get. Okay. Holy crap. Well guys, we got it. We had more footage, but you see, you're not supposed to record there. And the wife got called, about beat me up, left with the keys, left with my phone, wallet, so I had nothing. And she got stopped when she went out and they made her delete what we had on the camera. So luckily she's smart enough to have a couple clips on there still. Unfortunately she deleted the best one. But we're back home. WRX is putting in work, don't worry. We have the rubber mat in there, OEM Subaru. So now we got this thing in here. She's gonna help me get this thing out of here. And then we are gonna actually tear this thing apart today because I need to see if this has a good crank in it. Should, but we just need to double check. And then we can get some more parts ordered for the EVO soon. But we got other car parts. We gotta go over here.
I'm just gonna leave it. Oh, okay.
What, do you think someone's gonna lift that thing out? Because I know I can barely lift the fucking thing out. Would you look at it? Haha. Oh, it even says name on it. We got purpose. We can open up the house now. Subaru, calm down. Dude, get back. Ow. How many more laps do you want to do there, bud? Well, how freaking strong do I put this tape on here? Aha! Woo! Just look at it. Got new taillights. Oh, what's that? What the hell? Stuck. For the white STI build. And we are gonna hot boy a little bit, but oh man, what do you think about that? I think those will go well with it. Pretty happy. Always wanted these, just never spent the money on it. So now we have matching taillights. Except for yours have tint on them. But I think for a white car, the white sea light with the clear lens looks best. So can't wait to get the car back so we can put these on. For now, I'm just gonna get a bunch of crap from you for parts coming in. What a day, guys. We started our day out pretty crazy. Was hoping it was gonna be decent weather, and it wasn't too bad out here, but it was definitely bad where we went. Ended up working all day in the rain, so we didn't get to record very much. And as you just heard me say, they made us delete a couple clips off here. Thankfully she didn't delete them all, so you guys won't get to see very much of that, unfortunately, but that is what it is. My plan for this, we got it onto the engine stand, as you can see here. Thank you to the wife. She's been a trooper today. She's been helping out a lot. So big shout out to her, guys, for helping us out, because that was the reason why I was able to get this today. And we got this thing onto the engine stand here. Now my plan for tonight, what I'd like to do, and I've already done with this block, is I took off the oil pan when we were at the junkyard. So that way I knew it didn't have metal material in the pan. That way I knew we could rebuild this thing. So everything looked good, and it actually looks really clean back there. Obviously there's grime on the front of the motor, but everything looks pretty good. If you guys want to see, you can see inside here what it looks like. And of course the other side, just dirty. So we're gonna get this thing tore down, maybe. But I would like to pull the oil pan, flip this thing over, and maybe pull the rod caps and main caps so I could see what we're dealing with here, and hopefully that we have a good motor, because that's what I'd like to rebuild off of. The one that's in the car, I told you guys the last time we talked that it locked up, but it didn't. I turned it over by hand on the crank and I can spin it. So don't know if the starter took a crap or if it's just too hard to turn over for the starter. But I can turn it over by hand, no problem. So, I mean, we could rebuild that one, but we already know the crank's gonna be messed up. And it is a 4G64 in the car right now, and that's what we just picked up, was a 4G64 as well. I don't know if I'm going to use the rods or pistons out of the block that's in it. I don't think I am, guys. I really don't like using used parts when it comes to motors, especially when we're trying to make power. This car has everything to make 800 wheel. The only thing that really needs, I can see, I think it might need fuel lines from the tank up, and it needs bigger injectors because it only has FIC 1100s. You also might see me looking the same in a video before this, because I didn't get a chance to record when we first got the car. Didn't have the camera with me, so I still need to record for that video for you guys, and that way I can show you a full walk around the car, which you have already have seen once you have watched this video. But my plan for tonight also is to get this block apart, guys. So I think I'm gonna turn it over, put something under it, because it's definitely gonna leak. There isn't really any oil in the thing, but there is some coolant still, so I think that's what I'm going to do for tonight. We got everything all cleaned up. Travis ordered some fuel for his car, so that came in today. And yeah, we're waiting on parts still for Stefan's car, but he did let me know that the lawn block is coming, so that should be here soon, and then we can get started onto Stefan's car. But that's gonna be a fun project, guys. You aren't gonna want to miss out on that, because we have a lot going on. I have wanted to get something else for the channel, that way I'm not boring you guys, and I feel like this is what everyone's been asking about. For those of you who are just tuning in, and you can see my other videos of my other EVO I had, my gunmetal one, though more on that car will be coming up soon. I did part that car out and sell it. I do have videos of that still that I just never put up. I was waiting until I was putting that swap into a new car. So yes, there is more on that, but for those of you that are just kind of tuning in here now or don't even know about that car, I did sell that car. So I've been wanting another one. I've always wanted a black EVO 8, EVO 9, and I've had one in the past and I regretted getting rid of it. So that's why we picked up this one, and now we have this short block to get torn apart so we can make sure that it is a good rebuildable core. So that's what we're going to do tonight, and let's get to it. Well guys, I say we made a good choice. Everything looks like it should. We had all good bearings in here. They actually didn't have hardly any wear. If you look through, everything looks really good. Even the mains. Same, will focus on them. So, I didn't look to see how many miles this thing had on it, but I did notice something on it when I was pulling it out. If you look here on the back, and you see there where it has that on it, that's usually a sign that it's been rebuilt, because usually when you have those, if they pop out, then that says it's been overheated. So people put them on there for warranties, but everything looks to be good. Pretty happy with the block. This will be a perfect block to rebuild. So I say we did pretty good there, guys. So all in all, guys, not a bad investment. Yes, we invested our whole day into it, and obviously labor is worth something at the end of the day, but not a bad investment to go in there. We showed up at noon. We waited till about 1 o'clock to go in, and it still just kept raining, guys. We got out of there at 4 o'clock, got back, got this thing tore down, and we got a good rebuildable core, guys. So 150 bucks is what it was at the junkyard, and I say that's an investment that was, well, that was a good investment, because these cranks, as many of you know, are not cheap, and now I have something I know that ran the rebuild versus something we don't know on that, because I don't know what the inside of that motor is going to look like. Obviously I said it locked up before, but that's still unsure since I can turn the crank, which seems odd. But I did hear it when I first started the car to leave, it was cranked over slow, so I would imagine there's going to be some damage, guys. And I'm told this motor has about 30K on it, so who knows what the parts look like inside, and I don't know what clearances they use, so we don't know if anything's going to be reusable in there. I'm just going to go with that it's not, and pretty sure I'm just going to order some pistons and rods for the thing, and obviously bearings, and get some machine work done, and just have an all brand new short block. Obviously, yes, this was a pretty cheap investment for this short block, but we are going to invest some money into it. The machine work alone is not going to be that cheap, guys. We're going to have them light hone or bore it. I'm not sure yet. I still need to measure the cylinder walls, make sure this thing is 86.5, which is what the factory bore is, because there is a chance, like I said, it had been rebuilt and they bored it out. So always something you want to check before ordering parts, guys. I know that's not something that everyone can check out, but you could take it into the machine shop and have them check it out for you before you order your parts. Obviously that's just going to set you back in time a little bit, but yeah, I'm really happy that this thing turned out to be good. Obviously you're kind of gambling when you go there anyways, but I figured pulling the pan we'd be able to tell right away if something was hurt or not. This car didn't have any damage on it, so that's why I was a little bit worried that it might have had a bad motor, but we lucked out, guys, and now we can get our parts ordered for it, the pistons and rods, bearings, get the machine work done. We do have to, geez, there's some birds flying around here. I don't know if we're gonna put it on the back burner, so say, but just recovering a bit from the white car. Obviously went to paint, so we spent that money, and that obviously was not cheap at all for that, to get the whole car repainted. And then buying this EVO was completely unexpected, so obviously we have that expense, and then the expense of putting money into it. So we might take a step back a little bit, guys, and I'm not sure if we're gonna get to it right away, but I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna get cleaned up out here, and then I'll end out the video. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Sorry if you saw me looking kind of away. There was a bunch of cars driving by and people walking by, and unfortunately I'm still getting used to that, trying to get to be where it's not awkward. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I know it's kind of jumping around, but the end of it is we got a rebuildable short block, guys, a good core. So now I can look into getting some rods and pistons ordered for this thing, get the oil pump, balance shaft delete kit, the normal stuff that we need to do for it. And once I have that stuff, then I'll go ahead and get this thing dropped off to the machine shop. I don't know if I'm gonna pull this car apart right now until I have the block ready, because I mean there really isn't any point at this point in moment, so I'm not sure. So I'm just finishing up, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.